Best start ever. Best start ever, everybody. And by the way, nobody can hear me in the game. For a minute there, I thought that was a real player. Just a zombie. I hope he didn't see me. Yeah, he did. He saw me. But I found a shotgun. But I'm not going to use it. It would draw too much attention. And I found 3 bullets for it. It's a double-barreled shotgun. Make sure I'm not cut. I am not cut. It's a double-barreled shotgun. And I'll talk about it in a minute once I start a fire. And the reason I'm excited is because look at my clothing. I'm warm. I found a knife. I found a weapon, a double-barreled shotgun. And I know there's another zombie up there, so I gotta be aware. I'm trying to find a place to make a fire where no real players can see it, because it's gonna draw a lot of attention. And I need to make a cozy fire to get that warm, toasty temperature, just in case I almost catch a cold. I need to get warm and toasty, get my immune system super, super strong. I need to find some flat land. So far, and it's starting to get dark. The sun is going to go down soon. It's going to get super, super cold, so I need to start a fire ASAP. So far, this is the best start I've ever had. Out of about 100 tries. I wish the ground would level out. Or maybe I should start the fire on a hill, but no. That does have an advantage because it does break the wind, but I don't know if the wind is coming from the top or over the hill, you know? Wind is a factor. Oh, this is looking promising. I also found a lot of food so far too, and water. This looks pretty hidden in the middle of nowhere. So okay, I'm gonna hit the square button. Now I need to cut some bark. And so I don't lose my way, I'm gonna take this, ignite it, drop it. Now this is gonna light my way. If the sun gets down, it'll tell me where to go, which I don't think I'm gonna need, but I can put it back in my inventory and it will turn off. I'm gonna scrape some bark. The good news is I've already taken the time to get some lumber, so I'm gonna be able to start this right away. And I'm gonna grab, hold on, one at a time, because for some reason I'm finding it difficult to split. I can grab one more because I have very low slot count. I still don't have a backpack, but we'll talk about that more in a minute. Put that there. I put that under a quick slot. One more piece of bark. That's all I have room for anyway. So I hit the square button, the big square button in the middle of the PlayStation controller. Now, get back to where I had my... I know it wasn't far from here. It was just a small... See, I had to drop that log because there was no room in my inventory. How did I lose it that fast? Wait a minute. It's very easy to lose stuff in a forest. Where is that glow stick? Wait, I just walked over here. Small little walk. What? Oh gosh, who cares? Look at my core temperature. I need to start a fire now. So I'm going to go back to the extra one I had. Drop. Take my piece of bark. Oh my gosh. Okay, take my piece of bark. Hold it in my hand. R2, craft fireplace. Oh gosh, I hope I do this in time. Now, there's my log. Don't walk away. Somehow I lost the other one. I only know I only walked like 10 feet from it. Drop the stick. Take the knife. Next recipe, split. Okay, hold on. Looks like my core temperature went up to the white, which is good. It's no longer blue. That's because I'm out of the wind. There's no wind blowing on me. That's good. So then I take this, split it. I only need one. Put it back there. The knife is now in my inventory. Go to the... Hit R1, scroll down with the D-pad, combine. Next recipe, craft drill kit. And then I can look for that other... Because look at my core temperature. And then now take grill kit because it's on the ground. I should have put it in my hand instead. R2, ignite. Oh, I am so close to catching a cold right now. This is key to survival. Now it's lit. Now it's lit. Sorry, there was a game glitch there. The fire is lit. Now I need to go where the... You sit where the wind is blowing. You want to stand into the smoke. I know that's not what you do in real life. But that's how you get warm and toasty. See the thermometer? It's blue. I need to figure out where to stand to get that start to go up. So far it's not working. Oh shucks, I just burned myself. Maybe if I just stand here and don't move. Maybe I was just... There we go. Sorry for talking so fast. Did you hear my guy shiver? He shivered. That's the first time I've heard him shiver. That means I was about to catch a cold, but hopefully sitting here by this fire. Split. Put it in my inventory. Add... Whoops, R2. There's just a sliver of fuel there for the fire. I don't know how I lost that other stick. And now that I got a fire burning, I better get my shotgun out, which is loaded. See in the lower left-hand corner, the BK-43, and then there's a 1 and then a 1. That means both barrels are loaded. Let's practice with this. I'm not going to fire it, but here if I hit the D-pad to the right, or no, R3 click, I can look down the sights. D-pad. Now, I know there's more options, but I'm not that advanced yet. But I'm super excited. I wanted to show everybody my best start ever. And by the way, I had matches. I forgot. So I actually practiced making a fire without matches. The more you practice, the better. Now the wind is picking up. It's about to... I hope it doesn't rain. But as the sun goes down, that lost log is going to show itself somewhere with that glow stick. Maybe the glow stick went out. Now, look at the lower right-hand corner of my screen. Do you see the thermometer, how it's got the plus sign? That's the warm and toasty bonus. So from here, I know I can walk around and cut more fuel for this fire. I want to keep this going. Cut off bark. I don't need bark. I need the whole thing. This is what I want. Hit the big square button on the middle, to inventory, and I got a stick there which I'm going to sharpen so I can cook food. I'm going to cook a pear and roast it and show you what the bonuses you get from roasting a pear. And then pick this up in my hands because I know I don't have room. Now look how the knife dropped in the vicinity. That's a stupid, weird thing that the game does, but be aware of that. Do you know what happened earlier? This double barrel shotgun loaded. I actually dropped my shotgun into another vicinity by doing that exact same mistake. I don't have room yet. I had to go back and look for it. I had to backtrack and find my awesome double-barreled shotgun, and I was so happy that I found it. I got lucky no one found it. Put this in my hands by hitting the X button. Now hit R2 to add fuel to the fire. Stand here a little bit longer. And while I'm standing here, I should make another, wait a minute, how many you know there's an update coming to the game? Damp matches won't work, so you got to find a container where the matches are not going to get damp. But currently in the game for now, damp matches will still light a fire, but that's going to be changed where it's not supposed to do that, which is logical. So what you need to do is you find a container that will keep things dry, which it's a little small bag you can put it in your pants pocket. But I want to practice more on making drills, is what they call them. A hand drill. Now this steak knife is worn. Once it gets too worn, it won't work anymore, and it's all that I have. So just in case because I want to be more realistic as possible, just in case my matches do get damp, I want to practice to always make sure once you start a fire with the drill, always make another one as backup for the next time. Don't waste your time making a drill when you need a fire now. All you got to do is just find some lumber and you're done. And when you get it, you can find axes in this game where you can chop the entire tree down. That's a lot of lumber. So I'm going to put this in my hand, hitting the X button, and it looks like I dropped something. Nope. I heard that clunk noise. I've got my shotgun hotkeyed, which has got bullets. So nice to have an awesome gun like that with bullets. Cut off a piece of bark. Take this into my hands. Now the knife dropped on the ground. That's what happened to my double-barrel shotgun in a similar way. Make sure the vicinity button is highlighted red. Hit the square button to put it back into your inventory. Weird, right? I'll explain why in a minute, why it does that. Now the fire to my fuel, that's actually not bad for now. So I drop the piece of lumber. You only need one, a split stick. Next recipe, R2, and then hold R2 to craft the drill kit. Now this takes up 4 slots, but it saves time in a pinch. Now I can take that. Now I want to pick up that stick that was over here early and sharpen it so that I can roast that raw pear. Oh, there it is. Look what I found. Put that in my hand. Take the glow stick. Now the glow stick is back in my inventory and it turns itself off. I know that doesn't sound realistic, but otherwise your character would light up like a Christmas tree and everybody could see you. That's not fair. So the game turns this off for you, which is nice. You see the I highlighted it and there's a white line there and just a little bit has used up. You may have to zoom in on it with your phone if you have a phone. Just a little sliver of the fuel of this glow stick has, and I know in real life it doesn't work that way, but who cares? That doesn't bother me. Now that stick was over here, right? There it is. Put it in my hands. X button. Now I'm going to drop it here next to the fire. Then I'm going to take the knife. Now, next, sharpen. Okay, R2, hold R2. Now the stick has to be 8 parts. The stick, the earlier, there's sticks which are 5 parts, and then there's sticks that you can sharpen that are 8 parts. I'm thinking 8 slots. See how this has 8 slots, and the other sticks before when I picked them up only had at the most 5, and then you can break them down into 5 other sticks. I think it goes 5, 3, 1. You lose a little bit every time you break them down. But now I can take this. Hold on. First I got to hit R1 twice. Put this back in my inventory so I don't lose it. Take the sharpened stick in my hand. Hit R1 again. Go to the pear. And hit equip, the triangle button. Now I can roast this pear. Hit R2. Now I'm going to get a lot better bonus than if I ate a pear raw. It's also going to warm up my body heat. You can also take a pear and put it in your pocket or next to your chest in a similar, because of my goat, this jean jacket has pockets in the front. You can actually take a roasted pear, put it in there for body warmth in this game, much like a heat pack would do. Yes, you can. This game thought of everything. That's why this game is so awesome. Now, even though, okay, hold it just a tad long, see, a little bit tad longer than you're supposed to hold it until it turns a nice golden brownish red. Now, back into your inventory, R, now hit the D-pad down, and then the square button to your inventory. Now, scroll down with the D-pad to the pear, but first, I need to put the sharpened stick. I hope I have enough room in my inventory to hold it, and I do. Which is good, otherwise it would have not let me. You see the denim jacket has 24 out of 30 slots. The jumpsuit pant has 18 out of 20. So then I take the pear, put it in my hands, and eat it. Now watch my thirst and my hunger go up to where I'm going to be so nourished that I could sit here all night and just keep feeding this campfire. But the problem is, that's not a good idea. Because I only have one knife, and look at the condition of it. Damaged. So there's only so much more I can do to this. Use this knife with. Sorry, I'm talking a little bit fast. When it gets to the ruined state, you either got to find a way to clean it, or just throw it away and get rid of it and hopefully find another sharpening device, which you can use with 2 stones. Everybody knows that. A scythe, which is spelled S-C-Y-T-H-E. I've seen really nice looking kitchen knives that are like steak knives. You can use a saw. You can use I've also come across a hacksaw to cut bark, to do various things. You can never have too many cutting devices. So look at the fireplace there. It looks pretty nice. Now I thought my let's roast an apple, because it looks like I'm going to need it anyway. So I'm burning calories like mad. But check out what insulation I have as clothing. Now this is why this is one of the best starts ever too. It's because it's the best insulation in pristine condition. That's on my head. Next, I have jumpsuit pants. Medium insulation. I'll take it. Next, pristine denim jacket, medium insulation. The gloves is what seals the deal. Medium. This is why. And let's check out my shoes. They're low insulation, but they're still in good condition. Now let's talk about where I chose to pick my fire. I'm not really having that much wind disrupting things for me. It's a little more wind. Oh, did you see? Look at down there on my temperature, how it's a nice golden yellow. That's what you want. Now, since I have no more cutting devices, there's no reason to stick around by that fire. But let's just take a look at my food source. Look at all the food I have. This is water. Apples and pears are beautiful. I love those. I have a sharpening device too to open these can of sardines. So I need to save my steak knife before I can actually find a better cutting. I can find a can opener, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, opening up a can of sardines will damage this beyond repair, and I don't even think it'll work, because this kitchen knife is not in the best condition at all. I should have, if I was going to use this knife, I would have had to use it to start with before I even started messing with it to even open this can of sardines. If I try to use that very, very almost rusted kitchen knife on this can of sardines right now, the knife would break before I opened it. It would be a waste. The only thing I left to do maybe is if I wanted to. This knife probably has one more use out of it. And a good thing I have a hand drill in case my matches go damp. But even like I said, even if they do, they will still work, but that's about to change in a couple weeks. There's going to be an update for PlayStation 4 players. PC players and Xbox players, you can expect that update a lot sooner. But PlayStation 4 players, it's going to take a while. So that's actually a nice little bonus to take advantage of for the next 2 weeks. But I don't want to exploit it. I want to practice like it already exists, which is the reason why I didn't need to, but I made a hand drill kit. I've already got one ready to go. So this is pretty cool, isn't it? I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I got my double-barreled shotgun ready to go with one more bullet left right here. And see, it says quantity 1 piece. Then I have 9mm or 19mm, whatever. 9 by 19mm, but I don't have a gun like for that. So this fireplace is going to go for a little bit longer. If I wanted to use it to roast another, let's quickly roast an apple before I take off. That's important because it saves inventory space to hold it. Like I said before, what you do is you take the sharpened stick, hit R1, and I just got kicked from the server. It's a good thing that shotgun was not in my hand. Or wait, yes it was. Or no, it wasn't. You were kicked off the game, server is shutting down. That'll happen sometimes. But that's actually pretty good for this video. I'm hoping that... Now, you know what? I'm hoping that shotgun didn't fall on the ground. And I wrote down the name of the server, but I'm not going to show everybody here. That would be stupid. That would be stupid to show the entire world what server I'm playing on right now. Believe me, it's not on page 1. I'm not going to tell you what page it's on. So I can't go back in there. That would be giving out too much information and people would troll me. I know they would. Or they might try to make friends with me and then betray me. That happens a lot. What they do is they show you the secrets of the game. They act like your friend for a while. And the price for that knowledge is for them to get rid of you. It's not a game. I mean, it's not real life, remember. This is just a game. So we're all adults here. Relax. And then you just either fight and win, or they've already get the jump on you because they betray the friendship. They pretend they're your friend. They betray the friendship. They take you, you know, to the great beyond, and you have to start over fresh, brand new character. That character's gone. Goodbye, see you. Now you either have to have the map memorized so you can find your body, but the person who betrayed you is going to loot everything you have anyway. So you have to start from scratch. Now, the price for that, though, is the knowledge of the tricks of the game that you can't really learn unless you've played the game. That's secret knowledge. Now, if you find those people again, they might accept you into their group. Might be a good idea to go back to that server that you were just on when that happens, if it happens, and see if that was the initiation. Don't get mad, don't get hyped up. It's part of the game. But this, let me recap, ladies and gentlemen, is my best start ever. Sometimes things will drop to the ground. I remember that my shotgun was equipped on my back. Now I know it shows it in my hand here, but I do remember, you can go back maybe 5 minutes and take a look. I put it on my back before the server crashed. Sometimes stuff can drop to the ground and your character's gone. Now, when I relog into this server that I wrote down on a piece of paper, which I'm not going to share here, anything that I dropped is probably not going to be found by another person unless they notice the fire and they come investigate. The good news is that campfire had hardly any fuel left. So when I go back into this server, whatever I possibly did drop on the ground, which is in my hands, which I believe was the sharpened stick, but I hadn't put the apple on it yet. So the only thing that I've really lost was a sharpened stick. The game tells you, be aware of this. The developers have said stuff will sometimes drop to the ground that's in your hand if you don't have room in your backpack, which I know I didn't. So this shotgun does not, let me explain here. This double-barreled shotgun that I'm showing here, the crowbar, are not counted as slots as long as you have them carried on your back, just like the game DayZ Gone. Just like Red Dead Redemption 2. So I am trusting to no one because of my memory. I know I've got my double-barreled shotgun. I know I've got my crowbar. The worst I could possibly lose, which I know I probably will, but it will still probably be there when I log back in because I was in the middle of nowhere, was that sharpened stick. But that's not really that big of a loss. But remember what I did have it in my hand? And probably about maybe 20 seconds before the server crashed, supposedly, I had put the shotgun back on my character's back. Still the best start ever. So I'm going to give that server maybe an hour to do maintenance. That's probably what it was. I don't want to jump to conclusions that I was kicked out on purpose. Because each server does have an administrator, I believe. Don't quote me. They have an admin that runs the show. They can see what you're doing. They're like the god of that planet. They can look down upon you and they can see what you're doing. Maybe that's why I was kicked. Whatever. It's a real person with real personalities. Maybe they didn't like the way I was playing. Maybe they were jealous of me. But I think it was probably for maintenance. Yeah, best start ever. Best start ever. And did you notice I didn't catch a cold? Yes. If I was to have caught a cold, I would have caught one by now. But here's the cool thing. As soon as I lit that fire, that's when my character shivered for the first time. Like his core temperature is too low. Help! He's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the forest. It's dark. The sun's going down. It gets super cold at night. You gotta start a fire. And right as my character shivered, a split second before he shivered, the fire lighted. I lit the fire. It was like the perfect timing. I didn't even... You can't plan stuff like that. That's so amazing. And then I played and I showed stuff around. I did some more stuff. I was hanging out in the forest. I was crafting. I was learning. I was talking. And I never caught the cold. I'm so happy. Best start ever. Literally, probably out of about 100 tries. My best start ever, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe.